Hello everyone, welcome, my name is Viren, and today we're here to talk about the Band of Air nerf that is coming soon, and also they are making it easier to obtain. I want to just give my opinion on it, if I think it's a good thing, if I think it's a bad thing. Also, I want to give some ideas on how they can possibly nerf it. I'm sure they already have their ideas in mind, but I want to just give mine anyway. So, first things first, this is the first dungeon that I did since getting a PS5 and since the freezing stopped. So shout out to Roundtable, this is a Roundtable run. But let's get into the topic at hand. So, as everyone knows at this point, the Band of Air is going to be receiving a nerf. Whether that's going to drop with the new mod or shortly after, we don't know yet. Nothing's been confirmed on when that it's going to drop. But my opinion on the Band of Air nerf, it definitely needed to happen. I'm not sure why it took so long in order to nerf the Band of Air. For those of you who don't know, the Band of Air is essentially proccing off procs. So you've got your Mythalar set, which is from Dragonbone Vale campaign. You add your Poison Thorn onto that, and then you add the Journals, and all of them proc the Band of Air. And I'm sure there are companions like the Lion, I think, procs it as well. But yeah, that is essentially not supposed to happen, and these procs that your character has gotten from all these different gears are not supposed to proc this Band of Air. So this is how it's been for the longest time. I think ever since the Band of Air got released, it was crazy strong on the PC when it got released. It got nerfed, and then it started proccing off of procs, and that's essentially the Band of Air that we've got now. It's not done intentionally. So my issue is, why has it taken this long in order to nerf this item? I think there is a reason behind it. I do think that it was left this long intentionally, and I think it was to get player numbers up, to keep players on the game. It worked. Everyone's been farming. I mean, some people have put over 5 hours per day trying to get this ring, and a lot of people are still trying to get this ring. I started farming Volta Stars last night again with the Roundtable Alliance, shout out to them, and we ended up getting, well, I ended up getting one of the parts. It was the part from the last boss. I've still got to do mini boss 1, mini boss 2, mini boss 3, and that leads me on to the next topic. Should it be easier to obtain? Now I'm going to try to keep an open mind about this, because it's going to help me, because I haven't got it. Therefore, making it easier to obtain is going to help me. So I'm going to try to be as unbiased as I can. So, there are people that have done over 500, between 500 and 1,000 runs of Hardcore Voss, from what I've seen people say anyway. I'm just going off what people say. I've got no reason to not believe them. So there are people that have done that many. And is it hard to achieve? Well, it's essentially RNG, because people have got the Band of Air in the first 5 runs that they've done from Hardcore Voss. So maybe the only way that they should make it easier to get is just increase the drop rate of the regions. I don't see any point in making it so it's 100% drop rate, because again, that's not going to help the player retention, which I do believe was the aim of waiting so long to nerf it. However, for some people, the drop rate has just been so painful, especially if you're doing between 500 and 1,000 runs. I'm sure there are people who have been farming it since it dropped, and are still trying to farm it, and I'm sure they are praying for the day that this ring becomes easier to get. However, for me, if I'm keeping an open mind, you've got to think about the players that have spent so long gaining it, who have only just got it. You're kind of giving them a slap in the face, really, because they spend hours upon hours upon hours a day trying to farm this ring, trying to farm these regions, sorry, and now you're making it easier to get, which is like, it kind of makes them think, why did I bother? Everyone's just going to get it a lot easier, and it makes their time kind of wasted. as I said, I don't know how to describe it apart from a slap in the face, because they spent so long farming it, and now you're making it easier for those who don't actually have it. Now, with the nerf, the Band of Air isn't going to be as good as it was. Therefore, it should definitely not be as hard to farm. If the Band of Air was staying how it is, then there is no arguments. Like, it shouldn't be easy to farm. It's by far the best ring, and I believe after the nerf, we don't know yet because the nerf hasn't happened, but I believe after the nerf, for some classes, it is still going to be best. So given the fact that it has been nerfed and it's not going to be doing as much damage, I do think it should be somewhat easier to get, but I don't think it should be too easy to get. It, for me, as a rogue, it still will be best in slot for me, just because of how fast I can attack. I can probably make it proc a lot more with how my at-wills are, my encounters, and all that, the ticks. Or maybe it won't proc off ticks. Again, we don't know yet. It feels like the rogue would benefit more, unless they change something with the rogue. Touch wood, hope they don't. But it makes sense for balancing reasons that if they are making it, or if they are nerfing it, making a worse item, then it should, by all means, be easier to obtain. If you've got a best in slot item, then it should be really, really difficult to obtain, depending on how much damage that item does compared to other items of its quality, if that makes sense. So a legendary ring from Voss, a regular legendary ring, will not put out the damage as Band of Air. That's why the Band of Air is so hard to get, because when it comes to rings of its quality, it just exceeds the amount of damage that they can do. But yeah, if I'm keeping an open mind, because it's getting nerfed, I do think that it should be easier to obtain. I know a lot of people are not going to be happy about this. The nerf needed to happen, everyone knows that, but I don't think they'd be happy with it being easier to obtain, especially the ones that have farmed and farmed and farmed and only recently just got their Band of Air. I think it is kind of a slap in the face, as I have already said. But yeah, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Interested to hearing your opinions. And tomorrow, guys, I will be uploading a hardcore Voss completion that we did yesterday. We were farming mini boss 1, 2, and 3, and then we were resetting, and then on the very last one, we essentially did a completion. It was really smooth, really fun. Whether I'll add a voiceover to it, I don't know yet. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just add a little bit of background music. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on this topic. This dungeon is wrapping up. It was really fun. Ravenloft is a top 3 dungeon of mine, and I really do enjoy it a lot. Since getting this PS5, I really forgot how much I enjoyed this game and the combat. I know I'm negative a lot of the time. That's just me sharing my opinions on that. I don't agree with some of the decisions that are being made, but that's about it. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you are new, and you want to make your way back to the channel. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.